There's a reason your workspace keeps falling apart. Nobody ever taught you how to create a maintainable system. They just said, be more organized, and expected you to figure it out. The Japanese spent decades perfecting a principle called Seiketsu that solves this permanently. It's how Toyota eliminated chaos without relying on superhuman discipline from their workers. Seiketsu means the system does the work, not you. One perfect setup that stays perfect. I'm breaking down 3 rules that make this automatic. By the end, you'll know how to build what they call a zero state, the workspace that never degrades. Let's start with why conventional cleaning advice sets you up to fail. Seiketsu means standardization, but here's the real definition. It's the difference between cleaning once and making it permanent. Most organization systems teach you sort, set in order, shine, clean everything, feel productive. Then 3 days later, it's chaos again. Seiketsu is the step they skip. It's what makes the other 3 stick. Toyota used this to create factories where staying organized became easier than getting messy. That's the breakthrough. Make the correct state the path of least resistance. Your workspace drains you because there's no standard. You're making 1,000 micro decisions every day. Where does the phone go? Should I close this tab? Every single decision burns willpower you need for actual work. Seiketsu removes those decisions. You define the perfect state once. Then you protect that state. Period. Rule number 1. You need to define your zero state. This is the workspace configuration that makes starting work effortless. Here's exactly how to build it. Here's the problem nobody talks about. You cannot maintain a standard you never defined. Most people have never seen their workspace at 100%. They're just guessing at what organized means. Your zero state is the exact configuration where focus is automatic. Everything you need is within reach. Everything you don't need is gone. No exceptions. Here's how you build it. Right now, clean your workspace completely. I mean strip down. Only the tools for your current task remain. Phone goes in another room. Papers you're not using today, file them or trash them. Your desk should look almost empty. Take a picture. That's your zero state. This is what Toyota does with shadow boards. In their tool shops, every wrench has an exact outline on the wall. If something is missing, you know instantly. You're building the same system for focus. When you know exactly where the phone belongs, which is not on your desk, leaving it there becomes a conscious choice to break the standard. Not an accident, not a mistake, a choice. Most people never feel that difference. You're about to. But defining the zero state is only half the system. Now you need the ritual that keeps it perfect. Every single day. Rule number 2, the reset ritual. Here's where most people lose. They define the zero state. They feel great for 2 days. Then entropy wins. The mistake is simple. You're leaving the closing shift work for the opening shift version of yourself. That version is tired, distracted, already fighting to start. You're setting him up to fail. The reset ritual fixes this. 5 minutes at the end of every work session. You do not leave your desk until the zero state is restored. Not tomorrow, not later. Right now. Close every tab that's not essential. Put the notebook back in the drawer. Phone leaves the room. Papers get filed or trashed. Your desk returns to that picture you took every single time. Here's what this destroys. When you sit down tomorrow, there is zero friction. No cleanup phase. No, let me just organize for a few minutes first. You sit down and you start immediately. The Japanese call this maintaining the prime state. Your workspace is always ready for battle, always loaded, never depleted. But there's one more rule. Because even with a zero state and a reset ritual, distractions still try to creep in. Rule number 3, make deviation obvious. In Seiketsu, a mess should feel physically wrong, not just annoying, wrong. Here's how Toyota does it. In their factories, if something is out of place, it stands out like blood on snow. They design the environment so deviation is impossible to miss. You need the same system. Your workspace should be so clean that distractions become obvious intruders. If your desk is completely bare wood and your phone appears, it glows like a warning light. You can't ignore it. But if your desk is already covered in papers, coffee cups, random cables, the phone just blends in. Clutter hides clutter. This is visual control. Make the correct state so clear that breaking it feels like breaking glass. Here's the rule. If an item is not actively being used for your current task right now, it is a distraction. It leaves the workspace. No exceptions. Not, I might need this later. Not, I'll use this in an hour. If it's not in your hands doing the work, it's gone. This is how you stop the cycle permanently. You're not relying on discipline to ignore distractions. You're making distractions impossible to miss. And when they're that obvious, removing them becomes automatic. Now here's what this all builds to. Seiketsu stops the cycle. Define your zero state. Reset it every session. Make deviation obvious. That's the system. This is not about discipline. This is about architecture. You are not fighting distractions anymore. You are designing an environment where distractions cannot hide. The samurai did not rely on motivation to maintain their swords. They built rituals that made maintenance automatic. Your workspace is your weapon. Treat it the same way. Most people are victims of their environment. You are now the architect. Your focus is not a battle you fight every morning. It is a standard you maintain. If you want more principles like this, I send out a free newsletter, daily insights on discipline, focus, and building systems that last. Link is in the description. Real philosophy, no fluff.